Hello.
Hi, Mario.
Hi. Remember, when we get to the end of 23, I will stop the recording and restart.
Very good.
Where are you?
We're at Marina Del Rey, Ritz-Carlton. There's a conference here for UCLA. So we have a really nice room. You see the view? We have a nice balcony and it's very nice here.
Okay. You're appearing very dark, Ernie. You don't have a light there? Your face doesn't show. Now, it doesn't show very well. It's very dark. Mr. Alange.
Erev Shabbos to you. You're handsome today.
Oh, Ernie.
One
Ernie?
second. 1 second.
Yes.
Susie? We need to buy lots and lots and lots and lots of drinks.
Okay.
We have to go, they have a store, we have to do, because we're need it.
Ernie,
Yes,
today is my mother-in-law's
Yes.
Yorkshire.
yes,
Mother-in-law. Can you hear me?
yes. What was her name?
Sarah Bas David.
Okay, the learning should be in the memory of Sarah Bas David. We're on Chav Gimel Lamed, Chav Beis Lamed Beis on the bottom. Anosis a medrash, noises a shum of alosa kodesh. Kodesh, my time and low. If you carry something that is tummy medrash, you're allowed to carry something that's truma in another hand as long as you don't touch it. But you can't do that with hegdish. My time and low. Person was moving a barrel of wine from one place to another. And his shoelace broke. And the shoelace is tamei medras because you walk on it, and there's spit on the ground, and he put it on the barrel. It fell into the airspace of the barrel. And it made the tamei, it made the barrel tamei. From then on, they said, whoever carries medras should not carry kodesh. Hi, Harold.
Hi.
So the Gemara says, "Iachi truma nami." Well, why can you carry truma? Hamani Rav Chanani ben Akavia. Because when they made the gzeira, they were very specific. It had to be in the Jordan River on a boat. What is this? Mahi, the Tanya. Lo yisa odemei chatas ve'efer chatas. Person shouldn't carry paraduma water, the avirem biyardin of his fina, and transport them in a boat on the Jordan. The lo yoma b'tzadzev v'yizkim b'tzadach. You shouldn't stand on one side and throw it to the other side. The lo yishitim b'amayim. You shouldn't surf on the water. The lo yirkav al gabim. You shouldn't carry it on a behema. The lo gabi chaver on the back of his friend. Elim ken ayu raglav noiges b'kar. He has to be standing on the ground. Aval mavirin al gabi agasher v'enach. You could carry it across a bridge. Whether it's over the Jordan or over the rivers. The Isser was only on the Jordan, on a boat, and like the specific Maisa. My Maisa Shai, what was the Maisa? Person was transporting paraduma water on a boat on the Jordan. There was a kazais of a mace in the planks of the boat, and everything became tamei, including the mechatas water. They made a permanent gzeira. Sandal tamei, sandal tohar mal. Fine. That's about a tummy dikashu. What about a tor dikashu? You talked about a chavis psuch, an open chavis. What about a chavis stuma? And Avav and Asamau. And let's say Chachamim say not to do, but he did it. Rabbi Ila Amar Imavar Vanasa Tame. But Rabbi Zeir Amar Amar Vanasa Tor, that if you went against Chazal, it still remains Tor because it was only a Gzeira. Kelem Anigmorim B'Tahara. If you finished making a Kli and it was made B'Tahara, so the Mishnah says you need a special tefillah for Hegdish. So the Gabrinu Man, who finished the Kli? Ilema the Gabrinu Chaver, a Chaver who is careful betum of Tahara. So Lamalu Tvila, why do you need Tvila? Ela the Gabrinu Amaretz. The Amaretz was Goimerit, Nigrim B'Tahara. How could you call that the Kli was finished B'Tahara? If it was an Amaretz, it's clearly not Tar. Amrav Rashil Amrav Masna Amrav Shmuel Odom the Gabrinu Chaver. The Chaver did it. So why are you worried about that it's tummy? That maybe some spittle of an amaretz fell on it. So the Gemara wants to know the nafal man. When did it fall? If it was done before it was finished as a kli, so it's not a kli yet. It's not makabel tumah. I love manu. Ela basa the gamre. You tell me it happened after he finished it. But chaverim, if it's a chaver who finished it, he's very careful to prevent something from being metamayit. So the Gemara loyla mekamed de gamre. The Amaretz walked by and spit on it before it was finished. But it remained moist until the kli was finished. Okay. So it says tvila in. They had to be toivelit, but hair of shemesh loy. But they could start using it already after tefillah. They didn't have to wait until sundown. Masnisin loy Rabbi Eliezer. The Mishnah is obviously not like Rabbi Eliezer. It's not. Shvoiferish achad chalachatas. There was some kind of tube that was cut to use for paraduma water. Rabbi Eliezer yid bo miyad. You have to be toivelit before you use it. No. First tamei it by touching it with a sheretz, and then toivel it. We analyzed the chat chaman. Who cut this pipe? If a chaver cut it, why do you need tvila? If an amaretz cut it, then he already made it tamei. Why would Rabbi Yeshua require to be metamei it and be toivel it? It's already tummy. Amrav Rashil, Amrav Masra, Amrav Shmuel, lo oilam dechat chaver. A chaver cut it. Well, if a chaver cut it, why do we need tefillah? Mishum d'tzinor d'amaretz d'nafal. Some spit of an amaretz fell on it. Now, Amos, when? Is it prior to him cutting it? So halav manahu. It's not a kli. And a kli, in an unfinished manner, is not met kabel tumah. We're talking about you finished the kli and you cut it. Now, if the chaver cut it, he's going to be very careful not to allow anything to come near it. Why would be worried that an amaret spat on it? Again, the Gemara says, it happened before you cut it. And by the time the chaver got around to cutting it, it was still moist and it was metameyit. So Bisham and Rabbi Yoshua, I understand Rabbi Yoshua wanted you to metameyit and then be toivelit. Hainu the ikeh kerlit tzedukim. There were a problem with the tzedukim. There was machlokas between the tzedukim and the prushim regarding para aduma. According to the prushim, the kohen preparing the para aduma did not have to have hair of shemesh. It could be done with a tavul yom. As long as 10 o'clock in the morning he's gone to the mikveh. So much so, lahotzi miliban shel stukim, Hear this. They used to give the coin a sheretz to hold and be metame him. And then they put him in the mikveh. So now he's a tvul yom because they wanted to show that they're not that, like the tzdukim that require hair of shemesh. So I understand Rabbi Yeshua in our case, according to Rabbi Yeshua, because there has to be a hecker for tzedukim. Metamim ayos hakohen haservis hapara. That the para, the kohen who was preparing the para aduma, they were metame him volitionally. Lahosim eliban shel tzdukim. Shahayu oimrim b'muruve shemesh ha'isunasis. The tzdukim said that no, you have to have hair of shemesh. The sun had to go down for you to be a kohen working on the paraduma. So fine. According to the way Rabbi Yeshua learns, we have a mechanism to distinguish. El Rabbi Yezer, if you need hair of shemesh, so if you don't need hair of shemesh, my then you haven't done something according to Rabbi Yezer. Amar Rav Asu Ketami Sheretz. They made the kli, doesn't require hair of shemesh. But Rabbi Yezer said, Kelim hanigmorim b'tahara, if it's got a small enough opening, they made it as if it touched a sheretz. And if it wasn't for the fact that paraduma could be done by tvul yom, it would have required hair of shemesh, so that's enough of a hecker for the tzdukim. Elameyata lo tetame adam. But if they were metame the pipe as a tummy sheretz, it's not enough to be metame the person. Al matanya choychu madbila ton tvila. How come it says that if you cut it, he requires tvila? El asuk tummy mace. So they made that pipe like a tummy mace, and that has the power to be metame in adam. Well, tummy mace, you should require sprinkling with the paradum on the third and the seventh day. It sounds like all you need to go to the mikveh. You don't need sprinkling third and seventh. And for the Gemara, they made him like a tummy mace on the seventh day, where it's as if he got sprinkled already on the third day. And all you have to do is go to the mikveh. But how could you say that they were not machadish anything by par? Amr Abaya, what do they mean by that? That a pickaxe will be metam if you sit down on it, even though it's not normally a thing that you sit on. Let's say you took not a chair, but you took a basket and you flipped it over and you sat on it. Or it's got to be a chair that people sit on. It's talking about a basket that you do other work with it, not sitting. You have a kli, and you have different items in the kli. Let's say if it's truma, and you touch the outside of the kli, the inside of the kli stuff does not become tummy. But regarding hegdish, it does become, the kli sort of combines everything that's in there. Minon amili. By the parshas of the Nesiim, each Nasi brought a spoon with ktoiras. Everything in that kaf is like one thing, connected to, even though they're not necessarily touching each other. It's considered like one shtick. Flour, incense, spice, and coals. That if somebody who's a tvul yom touches only part of it, the whole thing becomes possible. Why? Because the kli combines them, even though they're not all divrei oichel. Because of the concept of what's called chibas hakodesh, it belongs to Hegdish. Hegdish loves it. They made Gzeira. V'ad Rabbanani. But this halacha is not a midoraisa halacha, it's a midrabanan halacha. How do you know this? Miditani Reisha. Hey, Rab Shimon ben B'Tzar Alei for Chadash Shanaga Tami b'Mitzvah. So Shetim Eskula. By ashes of a paraduma, even if you touched part of it, you didn't touch every piece of ash, but it's all considered like one Shetim Eskula. Uketoni Hoysif Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva added to it, which means it's a mala of chachamim, not midoraisa. Amrei Shlakish Bishum Bar Kapora. Okay, now we're going to go to Daf Chav Dalet. Mario,
Hold on.